Welcome, everybody, to the first episode of a brand new podcast. We Shout About Bricks. Everybody.
Hi.
Hey.
You really nailed that execution.
Fantastic timing, everybody. Now we're going to introduce ourselves, and I'm going to choose it based off of this image that we cannot see, but our lovely viewers can. Starting with the beautiful beast on the table in front of me, Rye.
The beautiful beast. Hey. I'm Rye. We're going to be talking about Legos this entire time, so I'll have y'all know that all of my personality can be categorized into two things that isn't Legos, which is like Asian and kitty, so.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Keats?
Hi and howdy. My name's Keats. I only recently got back into the fandom, but it's kind of destroying me in a good way.
Wonderful. And then next is trying to rack my brain, trying to remember who's next to Keats. It's Lou. Wait, no, it's hidden.
It's hidden.
It's hidden.
Oh my god, that was so loud.
That's all you need to know about me. Thank you and good night.
Thank you so much. Now it's on to me. I am Clyde, and I'm the host, question mark in parenthesis. And then we move on to the Tang Harem, half of the table. Lou?
I didn't think you'd mention that. But hello, I am Lou. Why would you mention that? You already know so much about me already. I am the Kinney. Thank you.
And finally, last but certainly not least, Nix.
Hi, I'm Nix, the resident Acronix Kinney. That's my only personality trait.
Thank you so much.
Definitely is.
As evident by the name and logo of this podcast, we are going to be talking about Legos, specifically Ninjago, since that's one of the things that we're all very familiar with.
Kai's the best character.
Are there any other Lego properties we're familiar with, you guys?
Team Cole, what?
That's still Ninjago. Thank you for trying, right?
From what I know, I and Clyde, you too, right? Also, Rye are like sort of familiar with Monkey Kid. Nix and I are very familiar with it, but I don't know about everyone else.
Also, Hidden Side, which I'm not sure if any of us are super familiar with. I haven't
looks
seen
cool.
it in a while.
Don't forget about Lego City Adventures.
True. Keats, are you familiar
Don't
with
forget
anything
about
outside of
Unity, you
Ninjago?
fake fans.
I mean, I'm vaguely familiar with Monkey Kid, but I don't got anything else to add besides that. Ninjago just kind of destroyed me.
Fair enough. I think I'm the only one who keeps like relatively up to date with everything Lego. I'm aware of Hidden Side. I used to be into Chima. When I was really young, I liked Mixels. I follow Monkey Kid, I follow Ninjago, and I know about the other stuff.
Oh my god, I never got into Chima, but I still can't handle the fact that it's like canon within the Ninjago universe. Like, that's a thing.
We don't talk about that, Ryan.
It's a realm. It's canon. We
That's
saw
about
it.
as canon
I
as
thought
season
Chima
6,
was
Ryan.
cool.
We know how we feel about season 6 being canon.
Ho, ho, ho.
It was from season 5.
It's not real.
It was. It was from season
I didn't
5.
get past season 5. This post was made
Yes,
by.
it was.
Fake fan. Just kidding.
Calm. One at a time, people.
Season 7 best season. This post was made by Acronix Kinney Gang.
So yeah, and I keep relatively up to date with Lego stuff in general. Like I know about building and all that. I don't know. If you're here for Lego Star Wars, I am so sorry.
Imagine
None of
liking
us know
Lego
enough about
Star
that, I
Wars.
think.
Don't bully the Lego Star Wars fans. They're
I'll bully
numerous
who
in
I want
numbers.
to.
Oh my god, wait, confession?
Yes.
Y'all are going to assault me, but I've never seen a single Star Wars movie in my life.
The only Star Wars
That's a
movie
good
that I
thing.
liked and enjoyed was the Star Wars Phineas and Ferb special. That's it.
I've watched the first trilogy because my boyfriend made me, and it was fun.
I watched the newer movies and they all sucked.
Fair enough.
Force
My
Awakens was
parents always
alright.
took me to the premieres. I was not interested.
I just
I
really
have-
like Rogue One.
The Baby Yoda plush right next to me.
The Lego Baby Yoda plush is adorable. Amen.
Rest in peace to people who can't see the Lego Baby Yoda plush.
So, for those of you who are paying any attention to any of what we just said, it's mostly going to be about Ninjago that we're going to be talking about. And right now, we're going to be starting off with talking about a little bit about our preferences in Ninjago, our favorite characters, as well as season 1 and the pilots.
Confession, I never watched the pilots.
Pardon?
I never watched the pilots.
We're going to force you to watch it now.
How have you never watched the pilots?
I don't know, I just never did.
That would have been helpful to know earlier.
Okay,
You're
wait.
missing valuable Ninjago lore.
Did you know that Ninjago started off as like a video game for the Nintendo DS?
Wait, what?
Really?
Yeah,
It started?
the pilots are actually a rendition of the video game, which basically followed the same plot.
Oh my god.
Wait, are you talking about Ninjago battles? Because I have
No,
that.
not Ninjago battles. I don't know what it's called, but
Was it like a leg game from the start, or was it a story?
it was like I haven't played the game myself, so I don't know. But basically, it's Nintendo DS game, and it follows the events of the pilots.
If I'm missing a Ninjago DS game, I'm going to be livid and also go buy it.
Oh yeah,
This is just what I've heard, so take it with a grain of salt, I guess.
collector of all things. So
Okay, fair enough. So then, since one of us doesn't know about the pilots, and also since they're kind of just in general, if any of y'all have no thoughts on it, we're gonna go zoom straight into season 1.
Okay, hold on. I do have a thought. So,
Okay.
you know how in season 1 we was just like, don't put off blah 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 until tomorrow?
Yes.
So why did he put off getting the map from the blacksmith shop?
Well,
really
you
did.
see,
Hypocritical
Leviathan-
much. Like, Jesus Christ, you could have saved Kai from getting his sister kidnapped.
for those who aren't familiar with the pilots, it starts off with Kai, who's the main character of the pilots, and
Best character.
Okay.
I'm not sure who'd be
Okay, we
watching
get it,
this
you're a
podcast
kitty.
that hasn't seen Ninjago.
I don't know. I mean,
Then again, Nix hasn't seen the pilots.
Nix here hasn't seen the pilots, so who knows?
It's anything's fair game.
Yeah, anything's fair game. But he's working at his blacksmith shop with his little sister Nia, who we love. And then she gets kidnapped by these funky skeletons.
Yeah, Garmadon wanted the skeletons to kidnap Nia.
Mm-hmm.
Gets kidnapped by Sans.
No,
Can we ban them from the podcast, please?
Am I?
I'm bringing down the ban hammer.
Banhammer.
Also, I just looked up the Wikipedia page for Lego Battles Ninjago. It says it's based on the pilot season.
Okay,
I don't
thank
know, I'm
you
just
for
going
that.
off of a tweet I saw from Tommy.
I still can't get over how weirdly good but also weirdly anime the Lego Battles theme song is.
I've never heard it. Is it anime?
It sounds like an actual anime opening. I'm not even kidding.
Damn.
I mean, fair enough, I guess.
I mean, I could. Oh my god, I need to get y'all to listen to it. I have the link on SoundCloud, but that'll be for later.
Yeah.
That will be for later, yes. Right. Would you like to continue your explanation of the pilots?
So then there's this old guy named Wu, right? And
He sucks.
He's
sucks.
supposed to be the wise character or whatever. And then he's like, "Hey, Kai, quit your job and join my emo band of ninja."
Accurate. That's exactly what he said in the show, if you guys don't know.
Don't just take our word for it. Don't search it up.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
rewatch it.
yeah.
Just take our word for it.
But so Kai starts training under him, And then he has his final test, right? And at this point, he didn't know that there were other ninja, and they just all straight up ambushed him. And then after they
So Wu gets a bunch of 13-year-olds to fight in pajamas.
Yeah.
I like your cut, G.
Are they 13?
I mean, they have to be 13. In the context of the series and how much time has gone by season 9 and the pilots, they have to be at least 13, 14. If they're not, then the entire show just doesn't make sense at all. Like, the entire timeline.
That's fair, I guess.
The timeline doesn't make sense in general. Like, that's a pretty wide consensus.
Yeah, but would you rather have the theory that they're 13 or that the span of the entire series happened in, like, 2 years?
I mean, I think that could work. And also, I think they have to be at least 16, considering, like, season 3, they were teachers. They had jobs.
Well, I mean, but also, they're teachers at a fucking school for evil kids. So, like, or used to be.
Fair.
I mean, okay, so
But they also had jobs before that in season 2.
But they seemed like jobs that teenagers can get.
Fair.
Is that they didn't? It wasn't supposed to happen originally, so they just kind of had to spitball it after everyone started begging for more Ninjago content. So I'm honestly not surprised that they went so like different with season 3, and then the people asked for more after that. So then they're like, "Oh my god, wait, no, hold on."
We're getting so sidetracked.
Okay, sorry.
Chat about Bricks podcast, more like
be a running theme.
podcast.
Being
We
gay.
cannot focus.
Rye, would you like to finish the story, or shall I speed it up?
Either's fine.
Basically, Wu gets a bunch of children to beat up an old guy, and the old guy disappears. That's all I need to know.
And then
Fantastic, thank you.
Fancy weapons, and then everything is
Oh yeah,
cool.
they get fancy weapons and elemental powers. Yeehaw!
They don't get elemental powers until later, though.
It's so weird how they got their
True.
powers in the show.
Do you think they took... question, do you guys think they took the powers from the weapons and the weapons that are... No. Then elemental masters.
Like weapons.
If that's the case, then Zane would be fucking OP as hell.
I feel like it's like a Thor thing. Like it's like the weapons are
I
given
feel
to
like
them to control their strength.
I actually think that the power, like the golden weapons, are hindering their powers instead of helping them.
Yeah,
because someone had a
but
theory.
it's like
awaken
a
their
way
powers,
to focus
though.
the power. It's a way to focus the power. It's like
Wait,
Thor's
Fizzy.
hammer.
Fizzy, real quick, when you mentioned Thor, did you mean like MCU Thor or like actual mythology Thor?
MCU Thor. I'm mostly quoting the thing from Thor Ragnarok. Like
I didn't even know there was a Thor outside the MC one.
Oh my! Because it's different in the mythologically. Because the reason Thor only wields it mythologically is because the hammer would be so strong that it would disintegrate anyone. Not that it.
Dude, we are getting so sidetracked.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Or you would
I just.
Supposed to be shouting about bricks, not Funky Lightning Man. Well,
Okay, season 1, Rise of the Snakes,
there's
please.
a Funky Lightning Man.
Thanks, there's a
next
shit ton of
one!
Come on.
Called the Serpentine, and they're basically snake people. So all you scales out there come flocking in, right?
And there's this
Point is
emo
that
kid that
the
fucks everything up.
Scalies. They fight Scalies.
Yeah.
That's the plot.
There's this little gremlin child named Lloyd, and he's
He's
gathering
emo.
all the scalies.
Oh yeah, I forgot this is where we were introduced to Lloyd.
Yeah.
Y'all got
Lloyd
thoughts
was
on
at its
Lloyd?
best this season. I miss Kid Lloyd.
God, same. Kid Lloyd was such a Chad.
And then they threw it all away in season 2, and you guys all know how I feel about Lloyd by season 4.
Yeah.
You don't want me to go onto that tangent.
So let me drive us onto a new tangent. How many of you guys had actually watched Ninjago when it first aired?
Oh, I did.
I did.
I
but
was like
don't
5.
remember anything. It was very on and off.
I think I did.
My
I
only
can't remember
memories of it-
anything, but I think I did.
My only memory
I
of it
vaguely
prior to
remember,
testing.
like as a child, that I only watched up to season 5, like between season 5, and then I went in a completely different way. But like,
I vividly remember.
I watched Ninjago when it first came out. I watched the pilots, season 1, season 2, season 3, skipped season 4 for some reason, and season 5.
Wait, that's funny because when I saw it, I was like casually watching some snippets from season 1 and 2, and then somehow I completely missed season 3, and then I watched like all of season 4 straight through, and then I stopped, and that's where I was.
So I
Extremely.
didn't get past season 3, I guess because the love triangle sucked that much. But basically, I vividly remember watching season 1 and 2. It is like ingrained in my memory. I started watching it because when it was like my birthday or something, I got this Lego set with Cole, and I liked it so much that I started watching the series on Cartoon Network, and it just kind of evolved from there.
Vibing.
The seasons I remember vividly are like season 1 and season 3. I liked season 3 a lot for some reason.
I think I remember watching all of season 1, and I watched most of season 2, but I never actually saw the end of season 2. And then I saw snippets of season 3, but I missed whatever happened in season 2. And then I only rewatched the whole series like a month ago. 2 months
Fair
ago.
enough.
I still haven't gotten past season 5.
See,
Oh my goodness.
My God. Do any of y'all have thoughts on season 1 you'd like to share? Because season 1, it introduced so many things. It was like
I feel like, and this is gonna be pretty surprising hearing this from me, but I feel like Kai absolutely sucked in that season.
oh no, you're right. He did.
Like, I'm a Kai Kenny, I'll defend him to my grave, but the way he just acted in that season was immature, I guess. Surprisingly, I think he's at his best in that season, in his True Potential episode, where you can argue he was the most whiniest. I thought he was actually pretty enjoyable in that episode, but a lot of people didn't like it, so.
I think some people might say that was the point, especially because he was supposed to realize, hey, I gotta kind of get more mature.
That's kind of the same
worrying
with
about
me.
being the green ninja.
That's kind of the same with me. I didn't get the point at first, so I didn't like the episode. But once I realized that the whole episode is building up towards this moment where he kind of just grows up, it really sells it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have one thing to add that's unrelated to anything we've been talking about, but Pythor and Bulk Biceps have the same voice actor.
Pythor and who?
Bulk Biceps, My Little Pony! The guy that goes, yeah!
Kai and 5th Century have the same voice actor too. What are you going off about?
Listen, Ninjago has a lot of ties to MLP, thematically and otherwise.
My Little Pony's better, TBH, don't at me.
Oh yeah, I've
Didn't
seen
the voice actor
like
Cole
some.
also,
It
like,
was a
voice
post
act?
somewhere, and they were just like,
We're not talking
Ninjago
about
is
MLP, please, please.
for girls instead of bronies, and I was like, wait up.
Please, can we talk about Legos a little bit more?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
Do you guys know much about season 1? And I think for every season, we should also talk about the sets. The pilot sets were banger. The season 1 sets were banger.
Fucking nothing will ever top the season 1 sets. No matter how much the Lego will like to try, they will never be topped. The Wrecking Ball, the Ultra Dragon, the snake sets.
I have the ultrasonic radar in the back with
And the ultrasonic radar, that too. It looks so good.
Fashion? Can
It
I
looks
make a
The
comment?
snake minifigures have been the best animal minifigures we've ever gotten from Lego.
True. Though I will say, I think the ultra stealth radar is better. The one from Day of the Departed.
Okay, very
I'm
quick
gonna
confession.
say this right now, but Scales is by far one of the best characters from season 1, and you can't change my mind on that.
That's true. I didn't expect a character like him to get any sort of like growth or move up in the ranks, but I was surprised.
I'm sad that we
Good for him.
no longer really get to see the snakes after season 4. Especially in season 4 they were really integrated into Ninjago culture. Like
Yeah,
they were in the cities.
Really
It's such a
wanted
shame that we
them
never
just,
see them anymore.
Serpentine
I think
people
that's
just, like,
homophobic,
casually
really.
hanging out, even in like backgrounds, but
I miss
Rip
the
to the
snakes.
snake. I mean, we did get a bit more of them in season 11, or at least like a weird
they were
Egyptian
villains,
beta
so it doesn't
version
really
of them in the form of Esphira and the desert snakes or whatever.
Yeah, but you know, they were kind of villains, so it didn't really count. I just want to see good snake content.
Fair enough. And then we have, I guess we're moving on to season 2 now.
It sucked.
I don't have a lot to say about season 2, mostly because I don't remember.
yeah,
Okay.
not register most of the stuff that
Well,
happened.
for one thing, the filler episodes were uneventful and boring. Like there were a few key details that that I liked, but other than that, they were really uneventful and boring. And then we got to the actual story, and that was just it just didn't work for me. Like the whole thing between Lloyd and Garmadon, Lloyd aging up was a rush for like a solution. They didn't really like. Okay, I'm bad at explaining, but basically, I thought that the aging up was a bad idea, especially now compared to the hell flame that is shipping.
Oh boy.
The plot itself wasn't that interesting. Dr. Julian shouldn't have come back because now he just looks like a shitty father. I think Garmadon was a little bit too whiny, and we all know how and the whole fandom selectively agrees that Misako sucks.
Yes.
Mm.
Problem
I
with season
think
2 was
the
that.
biggest problem with season 2 is the fact that it's separated into two halves rather than going back and forth. I think if we had the filler episodes between the actual plot, it would have been a phenomenal season. But as it is, it feels more like you have whiplash. It almost feels like two separate seasons. It's like you have the
And
first
it's hard
half,
to tell when the transition is, because even when the Stone Warriors started attacking Ninjago City, I still felt like it was a filler episode. Like I wasn't getting anything out of it, except for the goddamn. I'm gonna go off about this, and you can't stop me. But what the fuck is up with Kai's leg strength? Like, it's been my most asked questions in season 1 and 2, and I want answers. God damn it!
I didn't even hear
what leg strength?
Okay, so in season 1, during the second to last episode, there was
We're
a
talking about
scene.
season 2.
Let me get to it. So there was a scene.
What?
There was a scene where Wu fell off the bounty because Pythor was being a little shit. So he falls off, and the ninja catch him, right? So they did like this ladder thing to catch him, and at the very end was Kai, and he was hanging by his feet by a board that was attached to the bounty or something.
I mean,
Yeah, plank.
I'm honestly not super surprised. Like, it's a kids action show. Like, they're going.
It is a kids show,
but stuff like that.
But like, okay, let me continue getting to it. So I did the math, and apparently Kai can carry 3 teenagers, 1 adult, and a fucking goddamn mountain of steel. That is Zane. And so, you know, it's kids cartoon, whatever. Doesn't really matter.
Did the math for this?
Except in season 2, they do it again, but this time it was with Cole, and he was doing it with his arms. So, like, he was actually carrying everyone. And it's just like, he was struggling. Like, this man was having a hard time dealing with less weight than Kai. And Kai wasn't struggling at all. I mean, he said hurry up, but I wouldn't say that's as much struggling as Cole. So now I'm thinking, like, God, how strong is Kai? Like,
it also doesn't make sense in the context that Cole's supposed to be the strongest out of the 4 of them. Like, technically.
I might have a solution. I might have a solution. It's adrenaline. You know that thing that people say when you suddenly, like, when you're in crisis.
But wouldn't Cole have more adrenaline than Kai because the entire city's being under attack?
I mean, we could make the argument. Was this before or after?
Cole has super strength, so if Kai and adrenaline can, like...
It did. Was this before or after Kai had awoken his true potential? Because either way, that could be a...
This was after his true potential.
Also, why do you think so much about this?
But it was the episode after the true... It was 2 episodes after the true potential thing. But he didn't use the true potential during the scene.
Why
I think about this because I want to know. I'm a Kai Kenny. I have to know how much this man can kick my ass into the sun. Like, I'm just saying.
You do realize there are people watching this podcast who have no idea what the word Kenny means. And no, I'm not letting you explain it.
No, let us explain.
Well, it means
no. They can go ahead and Google that on their own terms. But
why would you make someone suffer from that?
We're going to make ourselves look like idiots by trying to explain it. So instead, I'm going to ask Nix.
Although I use the word in an ironic sense, so I'm not
Does
like...
anyone besides Hidden have any thoughts on season 2, please?
I would like to add in, it's like seasons 1 and 2 had a lot of yes, mistakes, but it's also like I'm trying to reiterate, they didn't expect Ninjago to go anywhere past season 2. So it was going to be like a one and done sort of thing. They weren't planning to like have continuity. So I'm honestly not that surprised.
Well, I'm forever now gonna headcanon Kai being able to kick my ass to the moon, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Something
Okay.
about both season 1 and season 2 was for me, I liked it, but the problem for me was the pacing, because as a small child and now I have the attention span of a goldfish cracker. It was so confusing going from like goddamn like filler episodes to like the plot moving at like 100 miles an hour, and I could not handle it for the life of me. I liked it.
See, that's what I was talking about with the whiplash.
Yeah.
It feels like 2 separate seasons, which is something Ninjago has done in season 11, but wasn't done very well here.
All I remember about season 2 was the Bizarro Ninja, and that's about it. That was weird.
It was really weird for me that episode. I didn't like it.
It felt very out of left field.
If there's one thing I want to give season 2 props for, it's this was the one with Child's Play, right? This was the season with Child's Play.
Yeah.
That was a really good episode.
Oh,
It was a good episode, but I still firmly believe they shouldn't have aged Lloyd up to begin with, because they don't even know their own rules for that. So,
I mean, would you rather have had like Child Lloyd fight his father?
I would have rather had them do something interesting instead. Like, I don't know, maybe have the ninja all kick the Overlord's ass.
Oh my god!
I mean-
wait. So funny.
I mean, there's only 2 ways I could see that happening. Like, either, oh, it's the power of all the elements combined, and that's green energy, and yada yada. Or time travel. And I don't want to think about
They
time
already
travel.
did time travel in that season, so why not do it again? Am I right?
I mean, they're gonna do it again, but later.
The only person who has enough expertise to talk about time travel in Ninjago is Nix.
We only leave it to the Acronics, Kenny.
I'm sorry, I just adore the twins. I don't do it on purpose.
So that's season 1 and 2.
And the pilots. Now let's move away from the seasons, because I want to talk about like our individual preferences and probably what we're going to be seeing a lot on the podcast, like favorite characters, favorite moments in the show, favorite Lego properties, stuff like that.
Oh wait, before we do that, I wanted to add in, I think it's super funny because it's like for all the poor Lego Star Wars fans that have miraculously stuck around, a lot of Ninjago is actually based off of Star Wars, which I think is really funny.
Wow,
Really?
plagiarism, shaking my head.
Wait, I want to hear more about this.
Like
Seriously?
the producer of the show, Tommy Andreessen, he said himself like the Lloyd and Garbodon thing was directly based off of Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader, and
I just remembered when we mentioned different Lego properties earlier, we forgot about Nexonites.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! I'm so
forgot
sorry.
about Nexonites.
We abandoned.
Wait, what did we forget?
Nexonites.
We abandoned our boy!
Our boy!
Listen,
I
I'm
haven't watched
gonna
that yet.
try and not talk about Nexonites too much, because if I do, I'm just gonna go on a tangent about why Clay Morrington is one of the best characters ever made by Lego.
Save it for the podcast for another episode, buddy.
Yeah,
I will. But that being said, what are some of your guys' favorite Lego properties, both Lego produced and like properties Lego just kind of snatched from other people?
This might be a controversial take, but honestly, I don't think any of the properties are really that special or good or great or whatever.
I mean, fair enough.
I mean, Ninjago, I know I'm supposed to be a fan of the show, but Ninjago kind of, from a writing standpoint, kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
it has some pretty
of
atrocious
course.
writing sometimes.
Yeah, that's a big problem with it.
That's fair.
I like the Lego movie a lot.
Oh, I forgot about the Lego movie.
Oh,
Take that back. I like the
Lego
Lego movie.
Good.
Lego movie.
Benny's the best character. Don't.
I was
No
thinking
discussion.
purely about the shows. I totally forgot Lego has movies.
Yeah,
They have-
Lego
they
Batman
have-
movie is so good too.
The Lego
Yeah!
Batman.
I never
Guys,
got
we-
to see the Lego Batman movie, but I need to. Like, so bad.
We
It's
have
really good.
entirely forgotten to talk about Lego Marvel and Lego DC.
We don't talk about those. Next
We
question.
We
They
don't
don't
talk
have
about those.
Those don't
Has
Lego
exist.
anyone
Marvel and
ever
DC
even
doesn't have
watched
rights.
a Marvel or DC movie?
I've watched every single MCU movie to exist. I know my shit.
What?
Except for Captain Marvel. I don't know why, but my dad never took me to see that one. So I know
Go
shit
see
about
Captain
Captain Marvel.
I am probably the most inept person when it comes to like superhero lore and stuff like that.
I tried to watch Infinity War, but I fell asleep.
Oh yeah, I have literally only seen the Spider-Man movies because one of my friends is like super into Spider-Man, and then we go see all of them together, and that's the only knowledge I have about Marvel.
I have seen a Marvel or DC. I saw Wonder Woman. That's the most I can say.
I have
Wonder
not
Woman is good.
watched a DC movie.
Good.
Are there good like Lego Marvel specials or shows or anything? I haven't seen anything like
Not
that.
really.
I don't think so, but some of the sets are pretty fantastic looking. Like the
The
Avengers
sets are, like-
Tower, the new one, it looks incredible. If any of y'all have seen it,
I have not.
see, I'm the only one that keeps track with Lego stuff outside of Ninjago.
You're valid. We love you for that.
Valid.
Clyde.
Yeah, like I said, Clyde is the collector of all things, and also this is why he's the host.
True.
This is why you're in
Because if
charge,
any of us
Clyde.
were the host, this podcast would be very different. If any of the others were the
This podcast would go
And
on
also, I think I'm the
so
only one that like genuinely takes serious, like the Lego economy and stuff. Like, I can't believe I just said that.
Lego economy.
The brick economy.
Brick economy.
Is there a Lego economy like there is in Animal Crossing?
Oh, absolutely, dude. Have you ever been on Bricklink or like any of those
No,
kind of
I
sites?
don't have an account for Bricklink or anything.
The cursed Lego lore.
Why would you buy anything from anywhere else if it's not like Bricklink or straight from the Lego store?
I have only owned one Ninjago set in my life, and I just bought it like a few weeks ago. So
Oh my god.
Confession, you can hate me, but
That's
I've
one
never
Onyx
owned
minifigure.
a Ninjago Lego set. The first Lego set I had was the Lego Friends one, and that was when I
oh
was
yeah,
like 11.
I grew up with Lego friends.
Mine was
My first Lego set I've ever gotten was actually a Ninjago set, and it was the Cole set I mentioned earlier. It was like Cole on a little archery tower. So that technically makes Cole the first minifigure I've ever had.
Nice.
Fantastic. I don't think I've ever once in my life looked at Lego Friends, but I had some pretty banger sets as a kid. I had the Ninjago spinners. I had the Adventurer's Pyramid or whatever it was, the big pyramid set, as well as the big Haunted Mansion vampire set.
Clyde, we're gonna
Oh my
need to
God.
stop
Do you-
flexing. We're already
And I
fat
had a
as
lot
it
of
is.
Lego Atlantis sets.
Ghost
I love
Train!
Lego
The Ghost-
Atlantis.
Monster Hunters! I loved that series. The Monster
Power
Hunters
Miners,
series.
Atlantis,
What
and
about-
That was
Adventures.
such a good
Those were the
series. I
What
had
was the
the
one with,
train
like, the-
and I had the.
forgot
I didn't have the
to mention
Haunted
Plush
Mansion, but I have the.
I'm down one at a time. Nix, go first.
We forgot to mention Clutch Powers. That's all.
Oh boy. I know nothing about Clutch Powers. I've never watched the Clutch Powers movie. I only know about him in Ninjago.
Ratman.
I watched the movie and it was like a while ago. It's like a fucking fever dream to me now.
From what
But
I've
I watched
seen,
it.
kind of just looks like a mess of different Lego properties all bunched into one little ball.
Did you guys see the Atlantic movie? There was
No.
a Lego set for the Atlantic series.
No, I don't think so.
Titanic, the boat.
No, not the Titanic. The it's like these people. They go underground. Like
You
no,
mean
underwater.
Atlantis?
Underwater. Sorry,
Atlantis?
I'm tired.
Oh, you mean Atlantis?
Yeah, Atlantis.
Oh my god, Atlantic.
I thought you were talking about just regular ocean.
No.
Yeah, I thought we were talking about the ocean.
Lego set.
Ocean.
I'm tired, okay? So don't bully me.
Yo, y'all heard about the new Lego Atlantic set? It's just like a blue sheet. It's like one of those blue sheets.
Oh my goodness.
And you can build the
Wait,
wave.
But no, it's actually a really old series. And I just died in Roblox. Sorry, hold on. It's actually a really old series, and I watched the movie, and it was a good movie. Well, I wouldn't say it's a good movie. It's good by Lego standards, which isn't a
I
lot.
didn't even know Lego had an Atlantis movie.
Oh, they did.
I
think one of the main characters in the movie, though, was a dick, so...
Oh, by the way, y'all remember Power Miners?
No, I've never heard of it.
No, no.
Power
Oh, I can't believe there's Alright, who just said no? I'm banning you. I can't believe you're in the...
Change the world. My final message. Goodbye.
Power Miners was my first together. Power Miners was my first set. I couldn't remember the name of the series, but it was like they had the rock monsters and this friggin'
Power Miners was such a vibe. It was such an aesthetic. Oh my god.
the crystals. I go ham for crystals. You guys.
Yeah.
I'm too young to know what Power Miners is, so sorry.
Yeah, I'm also a bit too young.
Yeah, I'm also
then-
a youngster.
I'm
Y'all are
baby.
baby.
Let's talk about 2 more Lego properties. We're gonna move on to 2 more. We're gonna talk about explorers. Does anyone know about explorers aside from me? Please.
Now.
No.
I think I've heard of it
We're
before.
literally
I-
all
heard.
uncultured. I'm so sorry.
It sounds familiar, but I don't exactly remember.
And actually, we're going to be talking about 2 more, so 3 total. We're going to talk about a new Lego property, the Mario property.
Oh, I've seen
That one's just creepy. That one freaks me out.
You can just drown Mario as much as you want. That's great.
I've only seen one set from the Mario series, and it was the TV. And it was like a video review that ProZD did, and it's actually like super cool.
I think it looks incredibly cute.
Not like
Because
The screen's
you can
kind of
turn it and
freaking
it
out.
like actually moves across like the TV screen or whatever, and there's like a bunch of Easter eggs, and it's just really, really nicely built.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a very tempting thing to purchase, is specifically because Lego I love, and also Mario sound effects are big echolalia moments. So like mix those 2 together, you got something good.
Yahoo!
Okay, and now we're going to talk about objectively Lego's biggest property ever.
Ninjago?
No,
Bionicle?
Lego City.
Oh,
Oh,
City.
boy.
Lego
A man has fallen into
We
the
need a
river
Tippy
in
Dorman
Lego City.
minifigure.
There is a lot of Lego City. Before Lego City Adventures was even a thing, Lego City had been around for a while.
Yeah.
Are you trying to explain what Lego City is? Everyone knows what Lego City is. Like, we all know the forbidden Lego City lore.
I know, but we need to talk about it because this is a Lego podcast. And if we didn't talk about it, we'd all be sent to the we'd all be sent straight to the depths of hell.
We'd all become
We'd
the
all be sent
straights.
to the guillotine.
We will
I
become
want
the
to talk
cis.
about Paradors for a moment. Can I talk about Paradors?
No, wait. Before we even talk about Lego City Adventures, let's talk about Lego City itself because it's had a lot of sets and it has a lot of clout.
I have the advent calendar.
There's a calendar?
There's an advent calendar for Christmas.
Is it the Lego City Adventures one with like the Christmas sweater Duke?
No, there's just it's just Lego City Christmas calendar. I don't remember a lot about it, to be honest.
He's so cute.
We haven't broken it out yet.
That's fair enough. In terms of Lego City, they produce a lot of vehicles and stuff like that. And I'm gonna ask you guys, what is your favorite thing to see in a Lego set in terms of either vehicles like trains, planes, or cars, or buildings? What do you
Okay,
got?
confession.
Buildings. I love building
Planes.
shit because it's so
For
fun.
More
me,
buildings.
it's between for the cities or like for any like sort of cities. I'd say buildings are absolutely ace. I love all the little details they put into them, and it's just really nice. But also, for the more like fantasy leaning IPs, I have to go with the big elaborate boats. Like I've always wanted a Destiny's Bounty
big
set.
Boat.
I fantasy boats are my thing. I don't know why. I just love them.
Personally, I love buildings, but it makes me so sad that most of them have about as much space as a closet.
Yeah.
I like Twains.
Twain?
Twains.
Twain. Oh, trains. Oh my god.
Train.
No plane.
I'm not smart. Okay, now we're going to talk about Lego City Adventures. Nix, talk about Paradors.
Okay, can I just talk about Tippy for a moment? Just
Yes.
this man, Tippy Dorman. This man thought that.
Wait. Can you introduce us to Tippy Dorman? Because
Yes.
some people have never watched Lego City Adventures.
Yeah, I have not seen
Tippy
a single episode of Lego City Adventures, so I would appreciate
Tippy
an
Dorman.
introduction.
He's a doorman, as his name suggests. Tippy Dorman. He is incredibly dedicated to his job, like to a concerning amount. Like this man, one of his favorite things to do is correct people on improper ways to open doors.
Oh my god, like the mailman, but like more snooty.
Yeah,
Cute.
like 200% more snooty.
And can I just mention that his stepfather is like pretty much a crime lord and thinks of him as an embarrassment to the family.
Yep.
Which I guess is reasonable, considering doorman. Obsessed with his job as a door. He's just obsessed with doors in general. He has pictures of doors framed in his apartment. His bedspread has doors on it.
It's his hyperfixation. Don't judge him for it.
Yeah, leave him alone.
His
It's a
doorman
special
uniform.
interest. But what about Paradors?
Yes, Paradors. Okay, so Tippy thought that this door-shaped rock formation on Mars would lead, like if he were to bring it back to Earth and open it, it would lead to a door-themed utopia called Parador. Everything is doors. The trees, roads, buildings, the clouds. The clouds are doors. Everything is doors. And he thought that he could open that and bring the city to Paradors and everyone would be happy. And first off, no.
First off, what?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
You're really going off.
No, seriously, that's his whole thing. He goes to Mars to get a rock-shaped door, bring it back, and his genius plan is to open it and lead everyone to a nirvana of doors.
Yeah.
And Nick, you're neglecting to mention that he wants to go there because he will be at the top of society as a doorman.
He wants to rule. The doormen are at the top of society in Paradise, apparently. He wants to rule over.
He wants to become God.
Yeah,
Can I ask an honest question?
Yeah, ask.
What the hell is going on in Lego City Adventures? What the hell?
Oh, Lego City Adventures is really fun. If you guys haven't watched it, and I'm talking to the chat now, if you haven't watched it, and you like Legos, it's a fun time.
Okay, guys, I gotta eat lunch soon, so can we pack this up maybe?
Yes, absolutely. Next, please finish quickly.
I forgot where I was going with it. Hold on, one moment.
Paradors, Chippy Dorman.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to remember.
Arl?
Harl! Yes! Harl!
Oh no.
I love him so much.
Harl Hubs is fantastic. His voice actor is fantastic, although a little surprising.
Yeah. A lot more high pitched than you would expect. But
Yeah. Okay, we're going to wrap this up now.
Wait, I have a question.
We've
I have a
probably missed a couple of properties.
Hold on.
We didn't talk
I
about
have a
Hidden Side as much as I prefer we would have, and we didn't talk about I don't know what other Lego properties there are, but I'm sure people in the chat or
Can
in
we
general,
talk about Lalo Marlowe?
What?
Lalo Marlowe?
Oh,
say
we can have
we're saving Lego ideas and Lego worlds for another episode. We'll hold off on that for now.
Okay.
Thank you for all of you for joining me. Thank you to the audience for having the patience to listen to us. And that is it. Everyone
We're
say,
sad about bricks.
y'all say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Adios.
Bye, y'all.
That's whatever
Everyone
the hell
start
you say
appreciating
goodbye in
Cold War.
other
That's
Bye,
all I can
Legos.
say.
Not sponsored. Legos are just cool.